You're listening to The Bible Hits Different, where we bring Bible stories into today's world. I'm Grace.
And I'm Robert. Today's story starts with a simple question: who is my neighbor? But the answer, it's anything but simple.
It's one of Jesus' most famous parables, and it still hits, especially in a world full of division, labels, and lines we've drawn between each other.
So a lawyer walks up to Jesus, not a courtroom lawyer, more like a religious expert, and he asks, "What do I have to do to inherit eternal life?"
Jesus flips the question back to him. What's written in the law? The guy says, love God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself.
Jesus is like, exactly, do that and you'll live. But the man isn't done. He wants to justify himself. So he asks, yeah, but who is my neighbor?
And that's when Jesus drops the story that we now call the Good Samaritan. But back then, it would have sounded shocking, offensive even.
So here's the scene. A man is traveling from Jerusalem to Jericho, a dangerous road known for bandits. And sure enough, he gets jumped.
They beat him up, strip him, and leave him half dead on the side of the road, just lying there.
Then a priest comes by, a religious leader, someone everyone would have expected to help.
But he crosses to the other side of the road and keeps walking.
Then a Levite comes by, another religious guy, same thing. Sees the man, walks around him, keeps going.
It's like seeing someone bleeding out in the street and just pretending you didn't notice.
Now here's where Jesus flips the script. A Samaritan walks by.
And that's a big deal, because Samaritans and Jews hated each other. Think racial tension, political tension, religious tension.
In today's terms, it'd be like the one person you never thought would care, being the only one who actually stops.
But this Samaritan sees the man, and he feels compassion. He doesn't ask what side he's on. He doesn't care about race, status, or politics. He just sees a human being who needs help.
He cleans the wounds, puts him on his own donkey, and takes him to an inn, pays for his care, leaves money, even tells the innkeeper, "I'll cover anything else when I come back."
He goes out of his way, spends his own money, and puts himself at risk for a stranger, one who might not have even done the same for him.
Then Jesus looks back at the man who asked the question and says, "Which of these three was a neighbor to the man who was attacked?"
The guy answers, the one who showed him mercy, and Jesus says, go and do the same.
That line still stings, because sometimes we're the ones walking by, crossing to the other side, too busy, too uncomfortable, too distracted.
Jesus wasn't just telling a nice story about kindness. He was calling out the walls we build, the excuses we make, the ways we decide who's worthy of our compassion.
So who is your neighbor? It might not be the person who looks like you, talks like you, votes like you, believes like you.
It might be the person you've been avoiding or judging or ignoring. Jesus is saying if someone's hurting and you can help, they're your neighbor.
And here's the truth that hits different. Compassion doesn't check credentials. It just shows up.
And maybe that's the challenge for us, to stop looking for reasons not to love and just love anyway.
The Good Samaritan didn't just cross the road. He crossed the barriers, the bias, the bitterness. Because mercy mattered more.
What would it look like if we all did that? If we saw people first, not categories, not sides, just people?
Thanks for listening to The Bible Hits Different. If this story spoke to you, share it. Because someone in your life might be lying in that road right now, and you could be the one to stop.
We'll be back next time with another story that still speaks. Until then, love boldly, show up, and remember, mercy hits different.